At 10:45 p.m. on June 9, 1995, in Alma, Arkansas, 6-year-old Morgan Nick was abducted from a minor league baseball game by an unknown male. In this video, we will tell you what really happened. Morgan Nick was born on September 12, 1988. Her parents, Colleen and Morris John Nick, divorced 6 years after her birth. Morgan was described as a shy and quiet girl who was cautious around strangers. As an adult, she wanted to become a circus performer and a doctor. On June 9, 1995, a family friend invited Colleen Nick to a Little League baseball game at Wofford Field in Alma, Arkansas. Colleen went to the game with her 6-year-old daughter, Morgan. The stadium was a 30-minute drive from their home. The game started at 9 p.m. For most of the time, Morgan sat in the stands with her mother, but around 10:30 p.m., two friends, a girl and a boy who were a few years older, approached her and asked if she wanted to play with them near the spectator seats. Apparently, baseball didn't interest the children much. Initially, Colleen was hesitant to let her daughter go, but after other parents assured her it was a safe area, she eventually agreed. The three children went to play nearby, close enough for Colleen to see them from her seat. She just needed to turn around. She claims she checked on the children 3 or 4 times before Morgan disappeared. Morgan was last seen around 10:45 p.m. She had gone to her mother's car, a Nissan Stanza, to take off her shoes and shake out the sand that had gotten into them. Her friends were a few meters away from her. Soon after, the baseball game ended. The children Morgan was playing with returned to the spectator stands. When asked where Morgan was, they calmly replied that she was at her mother's car. However, when Colleen went to the car, her daughter was not there. Unable to find her daughter in the parking lot, Colleen asked a coach from one of the teams to call the police. Police arrived within 6 minutes. Initially, they thought the girl had just wandered off and got lost, but a search of the nearby area yielded no results. Colleen went to the police station to report her daughter missing and contacted her ex-husband to inform him of Morgan's disappearance. The Alma Police Department immediately began investigating the girl's disappearance, involving the FBI, Arkansas State Police, and the media. They turned the city courtroom into a call center to receive calls from potential witnesses, and the FBI set up a mobile command center nearby. Witnesses reported seeing an unknown white man watching Morgan play on the field earlier that evening. They claimed he approached her and the other two children. During interviews with investigators, Morgan's friends confirmed this information, adding that they saw a creepy man talking to her when she was near her mother's car. Based on witness statements, investigators determined that the man was between 23 and 38 years old, of medium to stocky build, about 180 centimeters tall, and weighed around 80 kilograms. He had black or gray hair, slicked back and possibly curly, as well as a mustache and stubble. He reportedly spoke with a rural accent and was wearing cut-off blue jean shorts. Particular interest was drawn to his vehicle, a red pickup truck, likely a Chevy Silverado or S10, with a white camper shell. It had a dull paint job, a short wheelbase, and possibly an Arkansas license plate. The camper had damage to the right rear and curtains on the windows. After reviewing videos taken by spectators during the game, investigators obtained footage of the vehicle. However, the quality was too low to get a clear image of the driver. Witnesses said the pickup left the baseball field parking lot around the same time Morgan disappeared. In the days following her disappearance, authorities received numerous reports of the suspicious vehicle and its driver seen near children in different parts of the city. It is believed that this man may also be responsible for 2 attempted child abductions in the area on June 9th and 10th, 1995. On June 9th, a suspect matching the man's description tried to lure a 4-year-old girl into a red pickup, but her mother noticed and the man fled. The second attempted abduction occurred in Fort Smith, just 24 kilometers from Alma. An unknown man tried to lure a 9-year-old girl into a men's restroom in a store, but she resisted. According to her, he also resembled the man believed to be involved in Morgan's disappearance. Investigators collected numerous empty bottles, cigarette butts, and other evidence near where the suspect's vehicle was parked by the baseball field. They hoped to find the suspect's DNA samples. However, it was not reported whether this led to any results. Morgan's parents were ruled out as suspects. However, a 2006 investigation report published by Today in Fort Smith revealed John Nick's past encounters with law enforcement, including drug-related charges and assault. A local newspaper article suggested that Morgan's abduction could be linked to her father's past dealings, possibly organized by his former accomplices. However, the police did not react to this information. In late June 1995, investigators received a tip from Stuttgart, Arkansas. A man named Albert Harvey called the Alma Police Department and reported that he had caught a man trying to break into his pickup while working in his yard. What struck him as strange was that the man had a little girl with him who, in his opinion, resembled Morgan. The tip led to an extensive search of the area using helicopters and search dogs. Harvey also underwent 2 polygraph tests, which he failed. Eventually, he confessed to making up the story. On January 15, 2002, state police and the FBI searched private property in Boonville, Arkansas, after receiving a very specific tip that Morgan might be buried there. A search dog was used, but nothing related to the case was found. On November 15, 2010, investigators received another tip and searched a mobile home in Spiro, Oklahoma. They hoped to find evidence that Morgan had been held there, but the results of the search were not disclosed. More than 7 years later, in December 2017, the same mobile home and the area around it were searched again by the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, OSBI, FBI, and local investigators. The renewed search was prompted by a tip from informants in another criminal case. The search was called off the next day as no evidence was found. The latest breakthrough in the case occurred in November 2021, when the FBI announced that a man named Billy Jack Lincks was a person of interest. He was the first person publicly identified as a suspect in Morgan Nick's disappearance. According to investigators, he had been on their radar for about 3 years. Lincks died in 2000 while serving a 6-year prison sentence for indecent sexual behavior with a child. The conviction resulted from an attempted child abduction that occurred just 2 months after Morgan's disappearance and only 13 kilometers from the fateful baseball stadium. He had offered money to an 11-year-old girl to go with him to his home. Frightened, the girl ran away. Lincks fled the scene but crashed into a lamppost. He was eventually apprehended, and hair and blood traces were found in his vehicle. The FBI declined to say whether any DNA tests were conducted. To this day, Morgan Nick is considered missing. Hundreds of interviews have been conducted, and the case materials fill an entire room. However, there are still no clues as to Morgan's whereabouts or the identity of her abductor. Currently, the FBI and members of the local community are offering a reward of $60,000 for information that could shed light on Morgan's fate. And that concludes our coverage of this tragic story. If you found this video informative or thought-provoking, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates on cases like these. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Feel free to share this video with your friends and give it a thumbs up if you found it valuable. Thank you for watching.